So this is a quick video of the stakeholder engagement process and starting to look at the summary of the findings from my stakeholders. So on the top is the questions that I asked of my key stakeholders, which is teachers at Wesley Intermediate School. And then below each question is the responses. So a really cool, easy way to capture their feedback. Starting with the first one, you can see that most of the teachers actually knew about the project and were well aware of what I was doing. Also, in terms of relevance to practice, really cool to see staff thinking about the inclusion of digital teaching and PB4R, positive behavioural learning. The other questions, I think I could have written them a little bit better. I think some of them ended up being quite closed. This one, do you want to be involved in the research, and how some teachers gave some very clear responses. Others just said yes. But no one said no, which is great. How do you want to be informed, and how do you want to be kept in the loop? Really cool to see that most people wanted updates via either email, social media, and all of these things are already set up. Also, there's a really strong theme of having regular meetings, conversations, face-to-face type. Now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. What's the most challenging part? The risks to PB4L. How do we change the system? What parts of the system do you want to see changed? It was really, really cool to see that the themes of consistency, efficiency, authenticity, making PB4L accessible through technology was really clear. In terms of the acknowledgement system, it was great to see some teachers talk about changing the reward system from gold cards and house points, which is the traditional system that's been around for a very long time. And also sort of coming back to, once again, creating consistency in the use of the digital tech. Last couple of questions in terms of engagement. Lots of teachers really wanted us to share about the research project with our families and our students. At that stage, I hadn't really mentioned the difficulties and ethics approval for working with students at our school and the research project, but that's okay. It was good to collect that feedback anyway. Also, going a big step forward, and this is a question from the development team. What is it that PB4R does for you, and how will the device add value to that, or how would digital technology add value to that? Because we needed to know whether or not PB4L was actually something that was doing a specific job. Yeah, so that's quite cool to get that. And that was actually one of the questions that got some really deep answers compared to, if you're just looking at content, the first question, what do you know about the research project and whether or not it's relevant to practice? And the last question is, what job does PB4L do for you? So that was quite cool.